In this video, I will be discussing if Roman Reigns fits in this new realm of WWE storytelling since losing the WWE Championship. When Roman Reigns was the undisputed WWE Champion and the leader of the Bloodline, he was at the center of everything. The Bloodline storyline was the main plot in WWE for 4 years. Reigns was like the tree of WWE. Other stories would break out because of the root of the Bloodline. For example, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens were feuding because Cody teamed up with Roman at Bad Blood and Kevin had been feuding with the Bloodline for years, so he felt betrayed. This shows how pivotal Roman was to the core of WWE's storylines. Reigns would eventually lose the title to Cody at WrestleMania 40 and he wouldn't return until SummerSlam months later that year. He would then just feud with Solo and his Bloodline faction until the Raw on Netflix debut. Reigns was pretty much doing nothing and continuing the Bloodline feud, and it just felt forced because it's been going on for 5 years at that point. Plus he couldn't go after the WWE title again because if he won, the reign would be compared to his legendary 1,316-day reign. Reigns would then go on to feud with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. The feud tried so hard to give a reason why they all wanted to fight each other. Punk and Rollins already had beef and their feud, to be honest, is not that serious. Roman still holds a grudge against Rollins for breaking up the Shield, even though they reunited on several occasions, and Roman and Punk were just playing tug-of-war with Paul Heyman. The whole thing just felt forced, and to be honest, it would have felt more important if it was just Punk versus Reigns because that's a dream match. Ultimately Reigns would lose the match and Paul Heyman to Seth for some reason. Currently Reigns is feuding with the Vision composing of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The feud is fine and Reigns is tied with wins against Bronson Reed. He was going to wrestle Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 42 but Seth got hurt, so now his Mania match is up in the air. Plus he's currently in the Men's War Games match at Survivor Series 2025, which is star-studded, but it's the most thrown-together War Games teams in this Triple H era. The story doesn't make any sense, and they're just relying on big names like Cody, Roman, Punk, and Brock. Roman Reigns is pivotal to the rise of WWE becoming popular again in the 2020s. He's a massive star and a box office attraction that will draw tickets to any event he's attending. At the same time, he's not really a Triple H guy. The rise of the tribal chief character started when Vince was still around. Triple H didn't really do anything, he just continued and made the story better until the fall of the head of the table. Roman's character is meant to be at the top of the mountain and that's over. Plus his face turn didn't really change him as a character. He does the same things he did as a heel. Also it's like Roman himself doesn't really care with how lacking he's been since losing the title last year. Roman Reigns just doesn't fit in this new era of WWE. The only other match that's left for Roman is against Seth because WWE are gonna keep continuing that story, even though it's not as appealing as Roman vs Punk or Roman vs Braun Breaker. At the same time Roman can't go after the WWE title because it's not gonna top his legendary reign. He can't go after the world title because he buried it, and he doesn't need any mid-card or tag titles. There's nothing left for him to do besides maybe a massive match with The Rock at WrestleMania 43. Plus if he's not gonna put his all into the work that he's given, then WWE doesn't need him in stories. They'll probably just use him for money because he's a massive name, he's the biggest draw in pro wrestling for the past 3 years and WWE is greedy. What do you guys think? Does Roman Reigns fit in this era of Triple H? Or is he just fine? Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this.